Hey, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, peace and safety to the elect. All right, this is Ratazah, once again with a quick lesson. Okay, and the title of this lesson is called The Power in Unity. All right, and I just wanted to go through a couple scriptures, okay, that pretty much speak on how important it is for brothers to come together and how it's more beneficial as a brother to be included in a body, all right, a body of men. And it's actually not really beneficial to your walk to be alone or to be by yourself, and the scriptures speak about that unity, man, having that connection, that having a unit of men, all right, together in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, how powerful and essential that is in the ministry. All right, and that's how I just want to go through a few scriptures to hit that point. All right, and I'm gonna start with Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 9. It says, "Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor." All right, so yeah, two is better than one, man. And it's another scripture where it says that Yahweh Shai sent the disciples out in twos, man, in duos, man. All right, he didn't send them out by themselves to go on, these individual missions or what have you. He always sent them out in twos because he understood this scripture. All right, two is better than one. All right, it says what? Because they have a good reward for their labor, man. All right, and our labor is to what? Push the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, we have one brother pushing the word as opposed to two. All right, those two brothers can do far more work, man. All right, and that's for their work. All right, those men are going to receive a reward, man. Okay, it says, verse 10, it says, "For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow." Right, so you have two men or two brothers who can help each other. All right, if one fall, the other one can help him up. If the other one fall, the other brother can help him up, man. All right, you always have a help. All right, you have that that brotherly support there, man. And we're definitely gonna need that going into the times that we're going into. All right, it says, "For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth. For he have not another to help him up." Yeah, so if you alone, all right, you're as brothers say, a lone wolf, man. If you fall, you ain't gonna have nobody there to assist you, support you, all right, give you advice or counsel. You're gonna be finished, man. All right, and that's why there's power in unity. It's power in a collective unit, man. All right. And you shouldn't forsake that. Now I'm going to go from there. I think that's pretty much all I wanted on that. I'm going to go from there. I'm going to go to Proverbs 20, chapter 27 and 17. All right. It says, "Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend." Right. And iron sharpeneth iron, meaning what? You two brothers, two men, are sharpening each other's spirit, are sharpening each other's mind. Going back and forth with precepts, not in an arguing sense, by saying back and forth, meaning you just bouncing off each other in the spirit. Your brothers are probably having a dialogue, or you're talking in the spirit. It's hard to do that, by yourself. I mean, you could pray, you could talk to yourself in the spirit and pray, but it's not the same when you have a brother there that's of a like mind and like spirit, that you could both sharpen each other. Y'all go back and forth with precepts. He bring out a point, you bring out the point to add to his point. Then that could probably spark a lesson, or hell, you might receive something new in the spirit that you're like, oh damn, bro, I didn't. That can't happen if you don't honor that unity, man, in that body, all right, or the brotherhood, man. That could be a secondary title for this lesson, is the power of the brotherhood, man. All right. So it says what? It says Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. You know, right? And that's what we're supposed to do in this faith, is sharpen each other. All right, not leave each other dull and weak, man. All right, it's about being sharpened when you're around the brothers, man. All right, which leads me to my next scripture. I think that's all I wanted on that one. This is Hebrews chapter 10. All right, and scroll down to verse 24. Right, Hebrews 10:24. Let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. Yeah, and that's basically iron sharpeneth iron, man. When we provoke each other, which means, I believe, to agitate, you know, constantly getting on one another, or constantly urging one another to what? It says to unto love and to good works, man. Okay, it's hard to do that when you're in a lone wolf spirit or you're by yourself. All right, that's why it's good to have two or more, man. All right, it says, reading on verse 25, it says, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together. All right, yeah. So Apostle Paul understood the benefits and the importance of the assembly of Achaia, man, the brothers. All right, it says, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching. Yeah, so like I said, going into these times, you know, these are things that we have to, you know, act on, man. You know, having that body of men that are sharpening each other, you know, and understanding the power in that, man, the power in numbers, the power in brothers' spirits coming together, you know, in righteousness and sincerity, you know, in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. There's power in that, man. That's why Paul said to forsake not the assembling. Don't forsake it, man. Don't you know, fan your hand at it. You know, when brothers hit you up, you know, you always got an excuse to not link up, or, you know, over the years, and the truth, I've realized the importance of that, man. That you gotta have that assembly of brothers, man. I ain't saying that you're going to be with a brother 24/7 every day of your life. I mean, you know, let's be realistic, but you should do not neglect that when an opportunity arises, man. All right. So I'm gonna end the lesson, okay, with Matthew's chapter 18, and I'm gonna read, should be verse 20. Yep. Let's see, I could start. Well, I'm gonna just jump right to the point. All right, Matthew's 18:20. It says, "For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst with them." All right, and this is our Lord Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. All right, I read that again. He says, "For where two or three are gathered together in my name." Right. So when we gather in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We ain't gathering under the banner of being niggas, man. All right, being some black crunchy niggas. We're gathering in the unity of Yahweh Shem Yahushua in His name. All right, and then what it says, two or three. It don't say one by itself. When two or three, why? Because that iron sharpeneth iron. Going back to Proverbs 27, and then going back to Hebrews 10, like we just last read, about how we can exhort one another and provoke one another to love and to good works. All right. It says, "For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them." Right. So when brothers are gathering in the spirit of unity, spirit of righteousness, sincerity, all right, what? Yahweh Shai, He said He's right there in the midst, man. And that's usually what we feel it when brothers is in the spirit having a conversation, or going in on the scriptures, making points. You could feel the spirit of Yahweh Shai right there in the midst of the brothers, man. All right? Every single time, So, with that, I just want to bring out those few points on unity, brothers being together. All right? It's a very powerful mechanism to have in his faith. And moving forward, we're definitely going to have to bank on that, man. The brotherhood and that unity, man. So with that, hopefully that was edifying. All right. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash. All right. Until next time, Shalom.